What's up guys, Manual Pedal here. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about this little guy right here. This is the Serfas17i C02 multi-tool. This thing is a workhorse. I don't know if you've been following my Instagram or not, but I posted it into my stories and I told everyone that I'd make a video about it because this tool is just so awesome. This is not a sponsored video in any way, but I'm just super psyched on this tool because I come from a background where I never really carried a multi-tool. And I know that's probably the worst thing any cyclist can do, right? Is not carry a multi-tool. But if you're on a road bike or something like that, a lot of them, like quick release, you might not really need to have a multi-tool with you. But yeah, oddly enough, I've never carried a multi-tool when I was out riding on my road rides, which is pretty weird to say. But once I started got my fat bike together and my gravel bike, I realized going from especially a tubeless setup and through axle setup that I'm gonna need a multi-tool. If anything goes south, whether you get a flat tire, you got to be able to take your through axle off. If you break a chain, you want to be able to fix that on the fly. If you get yourself into any situation, really, you want to just be prepared out there, and multi-tools are, again, very personal. So when you go and purchase one, you'll find some that may not have what you're looking for. Some are really heavy, some are super lightweight. And I must say, Serfas really knocked it out the box with this one, and I got pretty lucky. It has just about everything I need. And so, if I want to tighten my spokes or if I need to true my wheel out in the field, I can do that. If I need to pump my tire up with a CO2 cartridge, I can do that. If I need to put a wheel on, if I'm catching a flight to go travel somewhere with my bike, I can just whip this out my bag and I'll be able to do that. So that's what's great about this. And also what's really awesome about this thing is if you break your chain or you need to fix a link or something like that, you can do that. So I just want to, again, hopefully this video can offer value to you, and maybe you can use this for yourself and help you with your buying decision if you're having some trouble with finding the right tool. But yeah, this is just from my perspective, and hopefully this will help you out in some way. We're gonna dive a lot closer into this little thing here, and let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So let's go. So getting a closer look at this multi-tool, you can see how small it is and how compact it is. In the palm of my hand right here, you can see it splies right across my fingers. It's really lightweight and small. It's got just about everything. You got a bunch of different Allen keys and hex wrenches on here. This one here is gonna fit your pedal bolt if you need to install or replace some pedals or whatever. Actually, no, that's gonna be this one right here. And what's cool about this one in particular, what they did was they drilled it hollow in order to save some weight. So, definitely helps. I'm sure they couldn't do that to the other smaller ones because that might damage the material or the strength of the material. What I like most about it is the chain breaker and the CO2 adapter here. So, if anything goes south, you can fix your chain. Just screw it on and off. In order to hold the chain, you get this piece right here, and you just hook the link. You hook the link right inside here, and you put the chain over that, and it slides actually underneath here. And yeah, you could break a pin, pop a pin out with this thing. You can even fix one, I'm sure, if you know what you're doing. Another great feature to this tool is the CO2 cartridge and adapter. What you can do is just screw in your CO2 cartridge right here, and yeah, put this over the Presta valve. Now, if you're running a Schrader valve, it's unfortunately not going to work. This is only a Presta valve fitment, so unfortunately, you're going to be out of luck if you are running Presta. But yeah, if you're running Schrader, but for a Presta valve, you should be good to go. This little tool right here is a nice 10mm wrench, and you also get a bunch of spoke wrenches here, which is going to be great if you need to true a wheel in field. I love that about this tool, is that you have this tool wrench right here, a spoke wrench, and that's an awesome feature. You also get a Phillips head screwdriver, and you also get a flathead screwdriver on the other side. This is the Phillips right here, and on the other side, you got the flathead, which is right here. The tools are also really easy to like fold in and out of its mechanism. So really, really cool. I'm sure there's got to be a way to open up a beer on this thing too, but you could probably figure that out once you get it in your hand. I'm sure like this thing can definitely, you know, with the right sort of hand placement, you can make that work. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's an awesome toolkit, you know, to have in your arsenal. I want to say probably one of the best I've ever had. I actually never had one, so it's the best I've had so far. So yeah, again, the body of it is to save weight. It definitely made it. It's definitely strong and durable. Haven't had any serious issues with it yet, but I can imagine if it's you don't want to apply too much force to the body if you need to get something off, but you know, your bolts shouldn't be that tight anyway for you to apply too much force to break this thing. But yeah, I mean, don't over tighten your bolts on your bike. That's rule number one. I learned the hard way before. But I mean, yeah, this thing is awesome. Definitely loving this tool. It fits inside my saddlebag, super easy, and you know, it's so light. I can't really complain. So we're gonna go over some of the pros and cons of this multi-tool, and we'll get a closer look at that. And I'll tell you like some things I don't like about it. And for the most part, it's not gonna be a lot much, but yeah, this thing is definitely pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and go back and talk more about the body and the cons and the pros, and hopefully that'll help you with your buying decision whether or not you want this thing or not. So let's get into it. All right, so the pros and cons of this toolkit. Not many cons, a lot of pros. First off, the weight. If you're looking for something that's lightweight, as I already mentioned before, these multi-tools can be pretty hefty in weight. This one's only coming in at 117.5 grams, which is super light for a multi-tool, which is one of the reasons why I bought it, because if I'm going bike packing or carrying it in my saddlebag, you know, weight can be a concern. So if you're a weight weenie and you're crunching numbers all day, then definitely this is a tool for you. Another pro is that it has a chain breaker on it. So if anything goes south with my chain, especially on the trails, like you never know what can happen. If you hit a rock or a root and your chain link gets like bent out of shape, you know, you can replace it with some extra link that you might have. So that's good to have on deck, especially if someone else needs help on the road, you can help them out with that. So that's a good feature to have, and you don't have to carry a chain breaker with you, which can also be really heavy at times. Lastly is the CO2 adapter, which is really a bonus for this little tool here. I'm just amazed how this little tool can fit so much at such a light weight. So the CO2 adapter is awesome. I've used it before and it works great. It's sort of more of like an emergency thing. But yeah, it definitely works. If you have like a tubeless setup and you need to get your wheel off and pop a tire and an inner tube in there, or fix it on infield, that's gonna definitely come in handy, so you don't have to carry those extra CO2 adapters with you. The con is that I did find when you attach a CO2 cartridge to this little multi-tool, it's a little bit weird to kind of fit through the spokes, so you just gotta finagle your way in there. And once it's latched on though, it's super easy to function. So that's like my only gripe, is like it's a bit bulky in terms of like fitting it into the spokes with its position and everything. But other than that, I mean, it works. Another great feature too is the spoke wrench. So if you need to true your wheel on the spot, you know, boom, you can do that. That's another, you know, again, you'll be a portable bike mechanic with this thing here. So I think it's always good to have, if you're riding with a group especially, that one, I mean, I've been that guy before where like I had to fix someone else's bike. So I like to, you know, especially if I tell people, like, yeah, I used to be a bike mechanic, you know, which is true. They're gonna be like, all right, well, I don't know how to fix my bike, so hop in. I want to be that guy that could rescue them, you know what I mean? So, and honestly, I like working on bikes. I like fixing bikes. It's something that I like to do. I enjoy doing it. So I don't mind lending a hand for someone who's a friend or a fellow cyclist on the road or something that needs help. And another con is the build quality. Not really gonna harp on it too much. because I haven't really had anything too serious happen. So I would have liked to see this whole tool set in maybe like a metal body, but it's enclosed in some sort of hardened plastic, which is fine. Don't really see anything too bad about it. I think they definitely did that to save weight. But other than that, I mean, that's the only con that I could really think of besides the bulkiness of the whole multi-tool itself. So again, you know, pretty psyched on this little thing. Again, this is the Serfas ST17i C02 multi-tool. If you guys want to purchase this, I have a link in the description. It's my affiliate link. If you want to just purchase it through there, you can go ahead and do that. Your choice. Definitely optional. But yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend who might be looking for a multi-tool, because I know they're hard to find. And again, very personalized. And don't forget to join me on my Instagram, which is at manual_pedal. Again, on Instagram, join me there at manual_pedal. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.